right. Well, hey, y'all. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard and this music. We got to talk, okay? That is not my choice. But
I
happy
feel like at
Sunday.
this point, I'm used to it at this point. We're
You're
just
used
gonna
to
have
it
a
at this
black
point.
and Sunday. That's just what it's gonna be.
Oh, okay. Well, happy Sunday, y'all. Welcome. Good afternoon. We are here, the Ready to Love recap panel. It's your girl Treats from Shade in the City.
It's Nels.
And then we got Really Be TV reviews, of course. So yeah, y'all, if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button for us. You know what I'm saying? Get the algorithm going, let them know we're here. And make sure you subscribed as well, y'all. And yeah, so what did y'all give us your first thoughts of this episode of Ready to Love? This is episode 4, Poly Pool Party. Okay?
I don't believe the house belongs to Fritz. I think it's
what's so funny? I feel like everybody said that nobody thinks that that's his house.
I think it's the Airbnb because what do you mean it's
I saw somebody else. I was looking at shout out to my girl Chloe. I was looking at her review earlier, and that's what Chloe said. And I was like, and I hadn't even thought of it until Chloe said it. Then I was like, damn.
Well, yeah, as soon as he said it's a temporary situation, I was like, oh, because it's an Airbnb.
Yeah. No, I think I forgot who I was watching, but they had mentioned that too, and I was like, yeah, it might be just I didn't think about it like you said until somebody mentioned it, and I was like, damn, that probably is an Airbnb. I would because Fritz is the financial analyst, so I wanted to give him, you know what I'm saying, give him his things, but it is what it is. But yeah, let's say hello to Kenya in NBA. Welcome. Hey, Sweet Pea. Happy Sunday, Quake. Hey, J Diva. Good morning. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Lock Queen. Hey, Miss Cookie Ray. Hey, KK. Hey, Faris. You know what? I like that just because I hope I'm saying it right because it almost sounds like Latrice. So I'm here for it, Faris. I like it.
But happy Sunday. Not it almost sounds like Latrice.
And y'all know what this week is, right? This is gonna be a very busy week in the shade in the city realm, okay? Because we got a national holiday coming up, y'all. Okay. It might not be on your calendars. Google may not recognize it, but I can put it on your Google calendar if you need me to. Okay. Now, okay.
Go ahead and guess what she's talking about. It's her birthday.
So yes, the girl. I'm turning 39 on Thursday.
Oh, you ain't gonna say what was it? Middle age? What was?
No, I'm not mid-grown, but I'm not mid-grown. I'm 39. Okay, 39. Hey Michelle. So yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and run this intro and let's get into this episode of Ready to Love, y'all. Let's get shady. All right, y'all. Welcome back. So first we start off this episode. Tommy has brought the men to the vault. He reminds them that basically what's said there stays there, even though we see this every season. Right. Somebody's gonna leak it. The lies. Okay, so right. Everybody be pillow talking. I don't even know why they don't think that's gonna happen as they get closer. But anyway. So he tells them that he wants them to set up dates at the places that matter most to them. So Cisco thinks this is what he needs, to get him out of his shell and so he could be more outgoing, right? So then we see Naeem's date. Okay. Let me go reference my, I uploaded these again for y'all to make sure I had everybody. So you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Naeem. All right. So there goes Naeem, right? Now he invites Deanna. Now we remember her. That's the firefighter. We got Fritz, who apparently might be a poly guy. And then we got Khalil, which we're starting to like. He's growing on us. Along with your girl Sahara. And then we got True, who actually showed up a little late. But and
Khalil did actually grow on me. He did grow on me this episode. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Khalil. I mean, I feel like Khalil kind of started growing on us last episode.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a little bothered that True didn't show up for him, to show off his business, and she claimed she wanted to get to know him. So he's like, "This is my element. Why wouldn't you be on time?" So Deanna and Khalil are talking a little bit more, and he shares that he, went to an African school where they were allowed to whoop his ass, literally. Okay, and so then we see
Listen, I
True.
went to Catholic school. I went to Catholic school and the nuns were allowed to whoop our ass. So
Really?
I mean, I went
yes.
to it was a Baptist private school. They was allowed to whoop our ass, but he went to a boarding school.
Oh,
yeah, he went to boarding school.
Yeah, his was a boarding school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he said it was a behavior school, so I feel like there was a reason why he was there. Because he said it was like a behavior school.
Oh, well, hey, sometimes they will whip you into shape, literally. Okay. So then True finally right. True finally walks in. She said that she was late because she had work. And so she's like, don't you understand that? And so she's like, what I missed? And he was like, well, how late are you? Because that's what you missed. I said, damn. Naive.
I thought it was funny that she was like, you need to let it go, but she can't let go of the fact that he didn't respond to her 3 question marks.
I don't know. Can I just tell y'all? I ain't even going
confused.
Y'all weigh in the comments. Was anybody else absolutely exhausted and irritated by this back and forth between Naeem and True?
Well, clearly she was too, because she got up and left the table.
Well, yeah, she got up and left. I was over him holding her. And then you gave me a Google Docs number. Sir, it's called Google Docs for a reason. It don't come with a number. If you want to say Google Voice, yeah, she gave you a Google Voice number. But a Google Doc don't come with a number. At least, am I wrong? Weigh in the chat, please.
Look, and then Tommy was like, what is that? It's because you saying it wrong. It's because you saying it wrong.
So, first of all, I don't see what the problem is. You literally are put in a situation where you are now sort of forced to give almost 20 strangers your number, because I'm sure the women are in group chats and all of that. Like, you literally are put in a situation where you are opening, and I don't think it's a big deal to give somebody a Google Voice number or a WhatsApp number in this day and age. Like, at the end of the day, if the conversation continues and we connect and everything is cool, I'll give you my damn home phone number. But I don't see what he made it seem like she was ghosting him or she gave him a fake number. Literally, if she texted you, even though the 3 question marks was stupid, we'll get to that in a second. But if she's texting you, literally, it is a way that you can communicate with her. If you call, does she pick up? If you text, does she text back? All the rest of that shit to me was just, I think that was just a smoke screen, because in his mind, how dare you not give me your actual phone number? Like, I just feel like that's what it was.
I 100% agree with everything. I 100% agree with everything that you're saying, right? I don't understand why it's such a big deal about the Google Voice number, right? But I'm also confused as to how you going to tell me I didn't reach out to you for me to even know that you have a Google Voice number. Clearly, I reached out to you, and clearly I called you, and then you don't respond because you're like, oh, I couldn't talk right then. Okay, now I'm waiting for you to hit me back. Now you got to reach out to me because I tried to reach out to you. You couldn't talk then. Why are we still waiting for me to reach out to you? And then how am I supposed to respond to 3 question marks? So to me, I feel like her argument is dumb as hell. Like, I've been reaching out to you. I'm waiting for it to be reciprocated. I was confused. I didn't understand how
I was confused by both of them. I feel like both of them were on some dumb shit. And I don't know. And I hate to always say this because I know people be like, but I don't know if that was the way that conversation was edited, because it was clearly chopped and screwed. That conversation was clearly chopped up. So I'm really not sure, but it sounds like both of them were hyper focused on what they thought was important, and they weren't listening to the other person, and they weren't getting anywhere. Because you were mad because you felt like he didn't reach out to you the way you wanted him to. And then she's mad. I mean, he's mad because he felt like the conversation wasn't.
Look at the comments.
Hold on. I'm with you. Google Voice allows him to reach her on all of her phones, but then again, she gave her real number to Bang.
And
but again, I think yeah, again, I think she has that is within her purview to do that. I still don't see what the problem is. I hear what you're saying though. Thank you for the clarification. But maybe that's why he was mad, because he knew that the other guys had a different number than what he had. Maybe that's why he was in his feelings. Because honestly, I don't see what the big damn deal is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was a lie. It was too much for me. But yeah, so she collects her things and she walks off at this point because I think one of her other phones had rang and he was like, "Oh, so is that your real phone?" And I was like, "Well, damn, sir. Damn, happy Sunday,
Yeah,
Ray
I would have
B. I
walked
was
off.
wondering where you was at."
Yeah, I would have walked off too. Because it was like,
Right.
now you just sound like a bitch. Now you just sound like a
Okay.
bitch.
So then we see, I guess Fritz was over here trying to massage Sahara after their workout, and she says she feels like he's putting her in the friend zone and keeps, giving her copy and paste messages and stuff like that, or responses, I should say. And he thinks that Sahara's energy is loud, it's a lot, but it's also raw.
I got it all. He said,
she said, I got it word for word.
Yes. He said her personality and energy is a lot. It's aggressive, rambunctious, excessive, loud, but authentic, raw, and unfiltered.
So yeah, basically she lets him know that, I want you to be more intentional. Don't send me I don't know why it made me think of you, Nels, but don't send me like a generic or Grand Rising Queen. You better give me an emoji, a smiley face, or something. Let me know it's personal to me.
Well, no, what's weird is I think she was saying that he sent her the same message for 3 days in a row. I guess it was just like, I don't remember what the hell she said it was, but let's say it was like, good morning, 3 days in a row. First of all,
child, that fool said he consistent.
You sure? Listen, for me, I don't care about that. But yes, you're right. I need an emoji or something at the end. It can say good morning every day, but I need a kissy face one day, a heart one day, or something.
I feel the same way. Like I need to feel like that this is a personal conversation, and it don't even have to be. See, this is where men are stupid. Like, sir, the fact that you are literally cutting and pasting what you said to me yesterday, even if it was just like you could have hit me with same shit, different day.
Mm-hmm.
My day was boring like yesterday was boring. You know what I mean? Like, but first of all, and here's where we got to cut through the bullshit. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, Fritz is not interested in her. Fritz is curious about her. He has been very clear to say she ain't somebody I could take around my family. So he's not interested in her, in dating her. I think he's interested in sleeping with her. I think he's interested in the excitement, that toxic excitement that she brings. But he is absolutely going to keep her at arm's length. And but for the fact that they're filming this show, I don't even think he would have gone. I don't even think he would have had a date with her. He would invite her over to sleep with him. He would invite her over, to Netflix and chill. But he's not interested in her. And he said that. He was like, yeah, she would have to bring it down. I think he said, I forget the wording he used, but basically he said he wouldn't be able to take her around his family and friends. So no, he's not interested in her at all.
No, that would be for him. To your point, really be. I think he would be down to hit it. I think that's about it. I think but other than that, it wouldn't go no further than that, in my opinion. So then we see True talking to Khalil about how her process is going, or just in general. And then they discuss whether she wants kids. She says she's open to as many as her husband wants. So then he wants to ask her, what's your age or whatever. And she pauses and she says she's a grown woman. So then obviously that makes Khalil pause, because he's like, why can't she be honest about her age? And then she says she doubles down and said she's mid-grown. Just like him, they're both mid-grown. And Khalil thinks that this is a red flag. Your thoughts, ladies?
I don't know if I think it's a red flag as much as I think it's just stupid. Like, you're literally on a show that they're going to tell your age. They're going to tell what you do for a living. Like, ma'am, why you
now it makes, I think it also has something to do with, because remember before he asked her age, they were talking about having children.
Yeah.
And so I think I don't know if that was why he was asking, and maybe why she didn't want to answer, but I don't know. If we're both having a conversation about having children, I think it's valid to ask you your age, and I think it's valid for you to answer.
Yes.
No, I agree. I do think that, and I think maybe that gave her pause because she was like, "Oh, I don't know," because I don't know what they said her age was in the thing.
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I don't remember.
But it makes me think that maybe she didn't. Maybe she forgot to, and she had to pause before she told him.
She forgot what age she told him.
Right. She forgot what she told production and what versus what she told him. So she had to make sure her stories were straight. You know what I'm saying? But no, she said she's 35. And I mean, well, we eventually get to that, but she didn't tell him that. And that obviously was a ding for her.
I was just about to say, I was about to say, Quick, you know, you can't use those words.
Okay.
All right. So you done with them?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Cam invited Tay, Rocky, and Hassan over to his house. Now this looks like it's his actual home. It looks like, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
y'all are funny.
We played a game called Let's Get Personal to dive a little deeper. And I thought it was actually a really cute idea. Hassan's question was, what's his favorite part of his body to be kissed? And he said that his neck and his V. And I can confirm. I think that's a lot of dudes' favorites. Dudes are just so like, switch it up. Be different.
You said switch it up. Be different.
Tell me the top of your head or something. Be different. So Kay asked, what has been, Kay asked, what has been, a I think that's what it's supposed to say, a life-defining moment for you? And she said basically, you know, when she graduated, and then what's her face? What's the girl name? Rocky. What?
Rocky. Did anybody have any? What did y'all think about Tay's response?
I think she was the first to go. So I'm
okay. I just want to. Like
he said that. I feel like she should get a pass because I did think it was a real simple answer, but I feel like she was the first.
I was just like, oh, is that it?
I think she would have went a little deeper had everybody else went first.
Okay,
the answers, but I gave her a pass because she was the first to go. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
Rocky said, you know, she lost her job in her 20s and she started selling drugs. And you know, it taught her to be grateful and humble. But I would have dug a little deeper into that. How?
Right. I would want to know that.
Because a lot of people that do that, I don't know how humble they are. I would want to know how. Cam said he used to be super depressed. You know, he was in the struggle and feeling like he didn't want to be here anymore. But you know, he said that his niece had popped into his mind and he felt like, you know, he couldn't do this. He had to be here for her, and he just changed his mindset. And now he's a much happier person. And Tay thought that that was very big of him to, you know, share that with them. Why are you laughing?
Because Edmonds is over here cutting up in the comments.
Child, that girl.
Oh, okay. First she said, I definitely thought she was 40. Obviously we talking about True. Ravine said she ain't nobody's 35. I mean, she ain't nobody's 35. Then Ace said, I want Rocky to do her hair. Her hair is never done. She just really shows up as her authentic self.
What's that word? She looks very homely.
Homely.
Because it ain't just her hair. It ain't just her hair.
Leave her alone now. All right.
She also does not dress for her body type. Like
I was going to say wash her ass. Looks like she don't wash her ass.
She has a she has a unique shape, and she doesn't dress for that uniqueness. What?
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
It's so funny. It's so cute. You sound like you're trying not to be shady.
Right.
Because I'm not. I mean,
that's not what it's giving, Bookie.
It's giving, Bookie.
I'm trying. I mean, listen.
Bless her heart.
I'm trying to be
Right.
Yes, bless her.
Exactly. She has a unique shape.
She does. She has a unique
Well, she ain't got no shape. She needs to take a bath.
I mean, however y'all choose to word it, is unique.
Y'all are fun. Look, here go Ace. Not unique shape. I love the way it really
She
Oh Lord.
She didn't want us to think she was being shady, y'all.
Right. Look, hey, Chef Don
No,
Don.
I wasn't.
Right under the radar.
It's
Look,
just a
even
way.
Chef Don
It's
Don
a way
came
you
out
have
the
to
bushes.
dress. There's why he come down and drop it down. It's just a way you have to dress. You know, when you have like me, my belly is in the front. Like I have a big belly. Okay, so like I have tried on jumpsuits. Jumpsuits don't
belly is in the front, girl.
Right.
Everybody
Everybody's
can't wear a jumpsuit. No, that's not true. There's some big women whose stomach is not their biggest part of their body. It's their booty, it's their thighs, their arms flap a lot. Like it's different. What I'm saying with me is it's all right here.
I don't know. Really,
you know what? Never mind. Moving on.
What you got, big booty?
Moving on.
I was gonna say, I think you're top heavy. That might be.
Just
I'm
got
talking
quiet.
about me.
Yes.
You talking about me?
Yes. We know we ain't talking about me.
Well, no, we ain't talking about you.
Right.
Well, we know where you heavy at. Shit now.
Right.
Oh my god.
Okay, y'all. Now go really be get into Cam and Rose.
Oh my goodness.
So listen, I think that Cam and Rose had a great dinner. My problem, okay, I'm sorry, I gotta just skip to the chase. My problem with Cam and Rose is, Rose, you said that you want a God-fearing man. Camden already told you don't believe in God. I'm not sure why we're here. I think that Rose talked about how every man she ever dated cheated on her, and you know that hasn't deterred her from love, but it has made her have to kind of like. And I feel like here's an example of why you end up with men who cheat on you, because this man has already told you that y'all don't share the same values. And that doesn't make him a bad person. But if you're the kind of person that wants to go to church and you want to say grace before dinner and you want, like, if that is who you are, there's nothing wrong with that. But this man done already told you that he's spiritual, but he's not religious. And that is different. That is different. And I think that is why you end up with men who cheat on you, because you keep overlooking the red flags. You keep overlooking what's in your face. And I don't think that him being spiritual, not religious, is a red flag. But again, it goes back to, what is it that you want? It's about intentionally dating. What is it that you want? If you're saying that this is a non-negotiable for you, well, you've already negotiated. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so I guess, am I the only one? Man,
But
well,
it was a really nice date. It was a really nice date.
You said it was a really nice day. Okay, so hear me out. I guess
it's been super flirty.
I guess I kind of agree more with Quake. Well, let's walk down this road together now. In my eyes, I saw it as, oh, look what happens when you can be open-minded, even though he may not be spiritual or religious. He was willing to say the prayer over, and he said, I don't want you to change being you. I wouldn't want you to do that, because if I'm falling for you, and I don't know. I saw it differently. I said, okay, she could have just boxed him out, or they could have just said, oh, we ain't going to be right for each other. But I think if we can respect each other's differences and still coexist, then we okay. Did nobody else see that? Or am I living in the dreamland?
They didn't but here's the thing. She didn't respect his differences, because here's why. When they got ready to eat, she asked him to say grace. You're not respecting his differences, because you're asking him to say grace, and that man then already told you he ain't religious. You see what I'm saying? I agree.
Oh, no. I get you.
No, I agree with what you're saying. We don't have to be two peas in a pod, and you're right. I can date a man that's, as long as he don't say he don't believe in God at all. Like, I can date a man that's spiritual and not religious. Like, I get that.
Right.
But you're not respecting his differences by asking him to say grace. He's already told you he's not religious. Why would you ask him to say grace? Now, if you want to say grace before you eat your food, that's fine. Why are you asking him to say grace though?
I hear you.
You want to make sure he don't choke on the chicken bone.
I hear what you're saying. So I agree with what you're saying, Trees, that it doesn't have to be. But again, I think that goes back to intentionally dating and having non-negotiables. For you, you might say, "Hey, that's not a non-negotiable for me. A man that doesn't believe in God, so that on Sunday morning I'm not going to be mad if he don't roll over and want to go to church with me. So that you know, if I decide to go to Bible study, I'm not expecting him to come with me because I'm respecting we're different. So that's not necessarily a non-negotiable for you. You see what I'm saying? But when you say, "Hey, this is a non-negotiable for me," and that's what she said at the mixer, "Hey, this is what I need." Well, now you're trying to fit a square into a circle, and he didn't already told you that that's not what he is.
You're right.
But I hear what you're saying though. But I hear what you're saying though. I agree that. But that's where you're non-negotiable. That's like if I say I absolutely I don't have a problem dating a man with children, versus I absolutely will not date a man with a child. So when you meet a man that has a child and you go out on a date with him, why? Why are you wasting his time and your time if that's a non-negotiable?
I absolutely agree. No, you're right. Valid point. Valid point. I get it. She can get wrapped up. It was a nice date, to your point. And again,
it was.
That's why I sometimes I get wrapped up. Oh, it was a nice date. Oh, it was so great. I'm one of those. I be all in the romance of it all. I don't be thinking, I can look past this. Yeah, So shout out to Rose. I feel you, girl. I feel you, girl. You just thought maybe you could hit him. What do they say? A praying woman or save a man. She just thought she could, heal him. But let's go move on to Fritz, right? So apparently, is it Fritz? Yeah. Okay. So Fritz has decided. Now let me show y'all again, remind y'all who Fritz is. That's the one with a lot of the beer going on. Beer game. So he's decided to host a pool party at his home, and he got remember I couldn't find. No, the Airbnb. I'm sorry. Last week we didn't have Angie, so this is a reminder. This is Angie. Angie's cute. I like her. And then we got Naeem. Eddie was there. We know what Eddie looked like, but we didn't have Eddie last week either. He fine. Go ahead, Eddie. Welcome. And then we got Cisco. So Eddie seemed like he was digging Coley at first, but then he was really feeling how Angie was, partnering and helping him out and I was like, you better, Ange, you better, because for some reason I don't know why. And I'm sorry, this is terrible. I don't know. I just don't see it for Coley. And it's nothing. I don't know her personally. It's just, I don't know, just how I can see what Jay was saying, like she comes off like Rich Daddy's girl. I understood that completely.
I like the fact that Eddie even recognized it, that he even noticed it.
What Angie was doing?
Yeah, that he was.
Yeah, I like that too. So anyway, so yeah, basically, then we see Angie talking to Fritz and asking him if this is his forever home, and he's like, "Well, I don't know, because it's just me, and this is a lot of house."
He said no. This is a temporary situation. That's what he said.
When this contract ends. When his rental is up.
Exactly.
So then we see Cisco talking to Shanice, asking her what she's looking for. She's looking for laughter and loyalty. Do we remember who Shanice is? A good girl, Shanice. Gloves.
I agree, quick. And I think she actually said that that's just who she is. She was like that. She didn't even notice. She was like, that's just what she does. And
Cisco. Which Chanel hates this picture of him. But anyway, so they apparently also have a spiritual connection. And they want a lot of the same things. One thing that I didn't like about this conversation in particular was I feel like he asked her what she wanted, and then when she was like, okay, so what are you looking for? All the same things that you want. No, brother, I'm gonna need you to elaborate a little bit more. What you're not gonna do is piggyback off of my well thought out answer. What you're not gonna do. Okay. And so yeah. So anyway, And yeah, I already talked about Eddie liking how whatchamacallit was being all helpful on the grill. And then we see Fritz throw Shanice into the pool, and they all start to, have this good time. And then we see Fritz having a conversation later on, asking Coley where they stand, because I guess they were supposed to be liking each other. And Coley says she noticed he was following poly influencers, which I ain't even mad at Coley for that. I ain't even think about that, looking at who a ninja follows, but that's good, real investigation work, I guess. So, that made her take a pause. And he said he just follows, out of curiosity. He said he follows NASA, but he ain't been to space. And he finds it strange that, she would basically judge him off that. And so then we see Kiera. She decides to share with the group as well that she, I guess, has a past with a pro boxer. And apparently this is somebody that she couldn't let go of over the years.
That's her baby daddy.
That's her baby daddy, right? And but apparently he's
babies,
daddy, right? But apparently he's been locked up for 6 years, but he might be coming home soon. Okay. But she says she done did the work. And then Naeem, I love it when he says that he has a soft spot for single mothers because he was adopted.
No, because you've created 4 of them.
I was waiting for it. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
He was adopted. If you had a soft spot for single mothers, you wouldn't have created so many. How about that?
Right.
How about that?
Let me go through some of these comments. Ravine, I ain't fit no one in my world that don't want to be there. Okay. Me Major said, I agree, Treese and Really B. I see both sides. But she should move around. Absolutely. Ravine said, Treese is so romantically. That's nice. I really am. Somewhat. It might be somewhat delusional. It might.
It's the Pisces in her.
Right. I'm a Pisces. You know that, Ravine. Pool party with the poly man. Let's see. Quake. I don't think Angie was being intentional with helping him at the grill. I think she was just doing her. Okay, Quake. I think so too. It definitely seemed like it came naturally. Ravine, I don't see it for Coley either. She's loopy. Thank you, Ravine. I feel like we be here. Quake. Fritz doesn't have a neck, and it's disturbing. Okay. Hey, DeMarcus, how are you, boo? Quake said that was a good comeback, Fritz, but no bueno. Kiera is a red flag prison bag that boxes. Right. Okay. Ravine said, I don't even know how to check who someone is following. Right.
Girl,
right.
It's just following. No one can go to following, girl.
Oh, little baby, not you being late. Please make sure you catch the replay. Ravine, shut up, Naeem. Right. Miss Cookie Ray, that's an interesting leap. I was adopted, so I have a soft spot for single mothers. Right. Right. Where is this going? So yeah, and then we see Eddie and Angie. They sitting here having this whole one-on-one, and he's telling her how he liked the partnership vibes, and she all over him in a bathing suit with her cheeks out, and they both seem to be liking each other. And they just feel like the connection is natural. And I'm like, but the connection was so natural with Coley. I'm just okay, whatever. And if I'm not mistaken, last week the connection was so natural when she was chasing down Bangs, asking him why he wasn't calling her. But I'm gonna mind my business because everybody got a connection.
Speaking of Coley,
okay, hold on before you start this.
What?
Chat, I want y'all to weigh in. Ladies, did anybody else catch this? This is production. These two people did not want to date each other. I do not think for a second this was set up by production, Jay and Coley. They do not like each other. That is not her type. It just was off. And you could tell they were, and maybe they were trying to show us opposites can attract, or maybe what you don't think, maybe like with the Rose and Cam thing, maybe that's what they were trying to show us. But I absolutely think this was production and this didn't have nothing to do with them.
All right, so Coley met up with Jay for some mini golf. She said,
"Wait, rewind. Oh, rewind. We ain't gonna talk about nothing at the pool party. We just gonna keep going. Can I say something?
She did.
You didn't pause. She just ran right through it. She ain't stopped.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go back, Really B. Go back. What do you want to talk about? I'm sorry. What did I say?
Rewind.
I feel like we need to discuss. We need to discuss this Fritz Coley situation with the
the
poly.
poly. Okay, go ahead, really be.
I see both sides. I see both sides of that conversation because I do not have a problem with Coley doing some research because I think we should. Okay. But I also do not feel like just because he is following poly influencers, that's a problem. But I do have an issue with him getting offended by it because he was like, I can't. He act like he was mad about it. But my thing is, but she came to you and asked you. She asked you for clarity. She asked you to explain it because she was looking. I feel like she was honest and upfront. Once again, I just feel like Fritz, you just wasn't feeling her. So now you looking for a reason to be like, because again, she said, look, I was doing my research, and I saw this. She didn't care that you was following NASA, sir, because she don't give a damn about you going into space. She don't care about you not about following chefs. She was concerned about the fact that you was following poly, and did that mean that you were interested in the poly lifestyle? I don't think she assumed that you were, because if she assumed that you were, she wouldn't have asked you. So again, I feel like sometimes you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. If I come to you and say, hey, I noticed that you were following, poly couples or swingers or whatever, and I mean, I don't judge nobody else's lifestyle, but I'm looking for a monogamous relationship. What's up? And you explained it, and we move on. But I feel like he got an attitude about her bringing it up.
Is it weird though that it's hard for me to get past the fact that he was curious about it? You have such a hard stance on the fact that this is not for you. You don't want this lifestyle. So what makes you curious then?
I mean, I'm curious about stuff that I don't have any interest in doing. And I follow people on TikTok and shit. I follow all that shit. I mean, to me, it's social media. It's not fucking real. You know what I mean? I think that's part of the problem. We got to stop acting like this. It's social media. It is like, I follow Trump supporters on TikTok. I just want to know what the fuck they talking about. I don't give a, I'm not interested. I don't know what they're talking about.
Look, let me go and see you following your hashtags. I'm like, really, B? I don't know if I can mess with you.
But that's and when I put up political commentary, I put the hashtag Trump. I put the hashtag MAGA. Why? Because I'm trying to get in the algorithm. I don't give a fuck. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it is. But that is why the conversation is important. So I respect the fact that Coley brought it up and asked him. I just didn't understand why he got so offended by her asking. But I also understood his point of view. Like, look, I follow chefs and I don't cook. I do the same thing. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. To me, it's social media. It's not real. I don't take it that deep. That's just, but again, it's different strokes with different folks. It does not bother me because if somebody go look in mine too deep, you might see, I might be following a poly couple or a swinger or something. I might be.
Look, now everybody gonna be looking through who you follow. Really.
I might be.
I mean, I follow a lot. Listen, I follow a lot of gay men. What does that mean? What does that mean? So if you see I'm following gay men, what does that mean?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Coley might feel it.
I guess it would be different if you're a dude or a girl. I would think that would be something you're curious about.
Quake said, I think he got offended because some people think if you ask questions, you're accusing them and you're not. Facts. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anything else from the pool party? Really big?
I think that I agree with what you said about oh boy. What's the dude, the pretty boy? What's his name?
Eddie.
I agree with what you said about Eddie. I think Eddie is used to women coming to him. I think Eddie is used to being the pretty boy in the room. And I don't think he's trying real hard. Like, I can appreciate that he liked the fact that she was on her wifey duties because he's like, that's something that clearly intrigued him. But I think that he's used to women coming to him. And I don't know. I'm side-eye. I got my eye on Eddie. But I think that might have been it. Oh, and as far as the old girl and the boyfriend that was in jail, listen, later on in the vote, Fritz said that was a red flag to him, and I'm not mad at him. Because here's the thing. We look at love after lockup. People say a lot of shit when they in jail. They say all the right things because they don't have no choice. And when they get out of jail, they be on that bullshit. So it's real cute right now to be like, I've moved on. I've done the work. But you literally just told us that when that man was out, you couldn't let him go. He cheated on you. He disrespected you. He did all of the things, but you couldn't let him go. So I'm going to need to sit back in a cut and wait and see how it look once he get out of jail. Because people say everything they need to say when they locked up.
Well, good points. Good points, Philly B. And I'm strictly Ravine. You were so stupid. Quake said,
right.
Dude was locked up for years and he was a boxer. Nah, right. Mimi Major said, Pilot life is interesting, but I would never. Some people follow for the juice or tips how to cheat better. Maybe or how to get women interested in it. In this case, he does decide to try. Okay. I mean, all you gotta do is follow Neo and you can get enough of what you need. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. Who's next? What is Coley and Jay? The setup date.
Yeah, so Coley met up with Jay for some mini golf. And he said originally Coley wouldn't be his type. You know, he saw her as a rich daddy's girl, but he's really feeling her now. And she said originally coming into this, she wasn't interested in dating a man with kids, but she's noticing that, you know, they make her feel more safe and they're just on a different level. So they believe that they had a great date and they're looking forward to having another one. That ain't a good picture of him either.
Okay. We don't. Do we see a connection here? Do we see love blooming, blossoming?
No, they playing the game.
Do we see any connections?
That's a very good question.
I really don't think I see any real connections at this point.
I guess I think maybe it might still be too early on, but if I would have to give it, I don't know, because Eddie seemed like he'll blow like the wind. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know. Okay. Quake said Rose and Cam. She said Coley and Jay is weird. I absolutely agree. Damn. Now that I think about it, I feel like there were Kiera and Jay. I felt like were legitimate. I don't think the dude getting out of jail or anything like that bothers Jay. Like he gives me the vibe. You know, he'll deal with it.
Well, was he there?
No, he wasn't there for that date, but Naeem did bring it up in the vault.
Yeah. So
we
don't know if he bothers him yet.
And I mean, I don't know about Naeem, and because I don't know if he could, you know, princess her like she wants to be, you know, treated or whatever. But like he said, he likes single moms, and you know, he like them from a little. What he say, like them a little hood. He like them a little hood. So
I guess maybe Sahara is too hood for him.
Right. So y'all don't think Jay heard about Kiera's man and decided to go in a different direction with Coley? Oh, Quake, that's what
I'm saying. I mein, if that's when he heard about it, and that's when Fritz said that it was a red flag. So
okay, Coley, go ahead, Quake. Go ahead.
I know, like, hold on. I know you damn well you ain't call me no Coley.
I know. Don't. No offense. That wasn't. I wouldn't want to do that to nobody. Okay, but yeah. All right. So we all don't believe that this is a connection. Obviously. You gonna talk about deliberation? Really, B? In the vault with the men.
I mean, okay, so they in the vault, and they are the guys. Cause see, I still don't know all these people's name. Of course, True. Let's talk about the bottoms because nobody cares about the top. So True's at the bottom, and Miss Earth is Flat was at the bottom. It wasn't somebody. It was a third name they brought up, but I guess they settled on those two. Yeah, Miss Earth is Flat. Now,
Kiera was also at the bottom because of her baby daddies.
And so we know the whole thing with True, where Mr. Five Children said that he felt some kind of way about the phone number. He felt some kind of way about her being late to his event. I feel like that was some bullshit too, because I absolutely believe that they knew she was going to be late. Again, we're filming the show. They have to let production know. She said she was at work. I think he absolutely knew she was coming late. Once again, I think him and his ego. I feel like he's a spoiled brat that's used to getting his way, and he pouts when he doesn't, because he brought that up 2 or 3 times as well. I mean, she didn't come. I mean, if she was interested, I mean, if this was important to her, I mean, I really wanted to spend time with her. I really wanted to see her. And she literally said she was at work. Like, she literally told you she was at work. So again, right. I'm not on this, like, and I'm sure production knew that she was at work. Because, I mean, let me say this, and y'all know this, y'all been watching the show. If it wasn't a production issue, I mean, if it wasn't a legitimate thing, they would have found a way to bring it up. That true. Tommy would have said it in the vote. Yeah, I don't appreciate her not showing up on time to my events. Like, that's happened before, right, where people didn't let production know and they just didn't show up. Tommy made it his business to say something. So I feel that's like true. They legitimately knew she wasn't going to be there, and she still came. Like, sir, she still filmed 2 whole scenes at your event. Like, calm down. But then the other guy, Hassan, brought up the fact that, you know, the whole her not telling her age, and he felt, you know, he felt some kind of way. He's
no, that was Khalil. That was Khalil.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad, Khalil. My bad, Khalil. He said, I really felt like we were vibing until we got to that part where it was like, well, wait a minute, I'm not understanding. I mean, I asked you your age. What's the secret? And so that was the issue with True. Of course, the issue with the Earth is Flat is that she's just homie vibes, that she's a lot, that she doesn't know how to dial it back. Like, and again, I get it that we want people to be who they are, like be who you are, be real and all of that. But I also think that we have to learn decorum, and we have to learn how to act in certain situations. And I feel like she might, I mean, even as a female, she might be the kind of friend that I might have to be like, all right,
you wouldn't take everywhere.
I invited my girl.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, I invited my girl. I'm telling you now, she a lot. She cool people, but she like a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would have to give a disclaimer if I invited her around certain friends of mine. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I feel like at this point in your life, you understand it's not about code switching, but it is about being appropriate. And I just think that that's just the reality of the world we live in. Like, you can't be raw everywhere in every situation. Like, it's just not going to bode well for you. So those were basically the conversations that was had, Chad.
Right. Look, Keisha said, who said the Earth was flat? Sahara.
Child. And listen, and let me tell you something. Honestly, that would have been the last time. I would have. She said, women, and she said, and there's nothing else to talk about. Like, and I'm done. Like, there's nothing else to talk about. So yeah, I mean, even as a she's not somebody that I could be friends with, because the minute she said that, I was done. I was like, okay.
Mimi said, what about Rocky and Khalil? They still got to circle back to each other. They were feeling each other. I guess they were for a second. The first time we saw them talk at the first mixer, but we haven't seen, I guess, them. Well, weren't they both at whatchamacallit's house? Yeah. With Tay and so that's a good point. And I don't know what happened.
The best, that was the best scene of this episode, because I feel like, I mean, even though old girl said her biggest accomplishment was graduating, again, we don't know her whole story. Maybe she was the first of her family to graduate from college. Maybe she was the first of her family to graduate from high school, because she never said which. She said just graduation. So that's even true. With that, I mean, I agree. I think part of it was that she did go first, and maybe she couldn't think of nothing deeper. But even if that was her answer, again, if it's your first generation.
No, you know I think what it was, hey Burns, Ray, thank you. No, I think what it was for me, it wasn't the fact that she said school, because I didn't mind that. And that's it. To your point, I thought about that. I think is because she tried to make it like and you know, as a Black woman being able to, and it's like, it'd be different if this was like maybe 30, 40 years ago when that was a thing. But there's so many of us at this point that had that's all.
But that's the thing. It really isn't. It seems like it. The world will have you think it is. But I literally still have students that are first generation college students.
Really?
I still have students who I have to walk through. Yes, I still have students who have to walk through the process of applying for college and their FAFSA loans and all of that, because they are still, we still have a lot of first generation college students. Again, society will have you believe that that is not the case, but it's still very much a thing. It's still very much a thing.
Quake said, hit the like button, folks, please.
Yes, hit that like button. Thank you, Quake Boo. Thank you, Boo. But even with that being said, though, back to deliberation. I went left. My bad. Let me go back. So, of course, Tommy told them to figure out who gonna tell the people, who gonna let them down, be respectful, and all of that. And so we see that one of what his name is. I said Hassan. You said that what his name? What that boy name is?
Oh, Khalil.
Khalil is going to talk to True, and the firefighter is going to talk to Miss Earth is Flat.
Well, hold on. Let me just point out what Lil Baby said. I felt she smoked weed and Black and Milds and watched YouTube conspiracy videos all day. And when she said the earth was flat, that confirmed
shit.
Oh shit.
Oh my
God. Did that take you out?
That took me.
Oh,
that took me.
Sarah is a friend you can only take to the hood spots. Oh, you know what? That's so true. Thank you, Ravine. Thank you. Keep us on point. Really, B, we got to circle back. I don't think we touched. Do anybody talk about Rocky selling drugs?
We did.
Yeah.
Oh,
we talked about Rocky selling drugs.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Ravine.
I mean, I just feel like I need more to that story, because I feel like we took a big leap between I lost my job and started selling drugs. It's a lot that can happen in between. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm not judging her for it, because people make decisions that they make. And she said that she's definitely, evolved and grown, blah, 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 blah. That's not who she wanted to be. So I can respect that, but that's just a big leap to me that I lost my job on Monday. I was selling drugs. I don't know when you start. I just need more of that story. But we did talk about it though.
Okay, cool. And are we done with them? Did we?
You got to do.
Well, we got to get to the deliberations. I mean, I didn't know if you wanted to. I didn't know who was doing deliberations.
Oh, okay, so basically, you said who's at the bottom, who's at the top, for the most part. So then we see Cam. He took out Sahara, and basically let her know that her name came up in the vault and that she's too much of the homie, and so she gets defensive. Of course, where's a good girl, Sahara? Here she go. So she gets defensive. She's unclear on what exactly she's doing to give that off. And Cam says they can't get past her tough exterior and she needs to be more vulnerable, and basically tells her she needs to take it more seriously. And then this really, gets her wild, all worked up. And she's like, well, maybe I should just eliminate myself. And then he tells her that, she's still ready to love, but they need to see the softer side of her. And Cam says that he likes the fact that she's, a little firecracker. He liked that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he want a little dose of toxic.
Yeah, but he gonna be the one liking it, coming about the ER with an ice pack on his head,
right?
Too, so.
Right, and then we do see Khalil and True, as we talked about. Basically, he gets on her about not being honest about her age. He lets her know that the men weren't really feeling this whole not giving her number thing, even though it wasn't him that said it. And so she's like, yeah, I know it was Naeem. And, he went up in there like a cancer and, just spread and talked bad about me. And so, he's like, okay, but regardless of that, you still couldn't be honest about your age. And so then she's like, well, ask me. Why didn't you just ask me now? And so he's like, I think at this point, he was kind of like,
asked you then.
Right. But I think at this point, Khalil was kind of like, well, you're about to be off the show. So it really doesn't matter how old you are at this point. Like, why am I asking you this again? But he indulges her and he's like, all right, how old are you, bitch? How old are you? And so she's like, I'm 35. And then he's like, well, that's good. You're not ready to love. And, and so then she's like, well, is the food still coming out? I ain't gonna hold you. That would have been me. I just want to know, is Owen still picking up the check? Can I put another drink on this bill before things are over? I would have absolutely.
Well, first of all, he told her that old boy wasn't the only one that brought up the phone thing. I think it was edited and we saw him talking, but he said that wasn't the only person. So I feel like she gave that phone number to other people and it came up. So the phone thing was not just one person. I think he was just probably we know how this goes, how they edit it and all of that. I think he was the most vocal.
Right.
That's probably who she had the biggest conflict with. But he tried to tell her, if she hadn't stopped trying to overtalk him, he tried to tell her that ain't the only one that says something. He ain't the only one that says something. He ain't the only one.
Right.
Like, he tried to tell her that. Then with the age thing, even with that, you try to, like, don't y'all know how I feel? Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Ma'am, sir, you literally, I asked you, you didn't tell me. Why am I telling you now? Like, and don't nobody believe that you're 35, but okay.
Don't nobody believe that you're 35. And so basically, True don't think she have any issues, y'all. And that's pretty much how we ended. She feels like she's absolutely ready to love. And it's usually the
I'm
one.
all right. The world's all wrong. Mm-hmm.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with me. And I always feel like those are usually the ones that end up going first, are the ones that feel like there's nothing they need to change. They're the perfect package, and but okay.
So far, that's what it's been. The ones that don't need to change, they're gone.
Right. All right. Dr. Do It Yourself replay crew. Oh, you're welcome. I be trying, y'all. But yeah, y'all. So we appreciate y'all being here for this recap of the, Ready to Love. What's coming on? What's going on? Shadeinthecity, I'm gonna do a birthday live at some point this week. We got Power coming back. So we'll be live March 9th. We got Real Housewives of Atlanta coming back March 9th. It's a lot going on. So yeah, be on the lookout. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit your notification bells and stuff, so you can go ahead and
thank DeMarcus.
Know what's going on. Oh, thank you, DeMarcus. I am going live, probably not on my actual, like, for my birthday activity. But I am at some point, probably on my birthday, gonna go live on Thursday and come in and check in with y'all and just say what's up, and probably do our sip and shade hot topics and just sit here and talk.
Did you do a wish list for anything? Did you do a wish list?
I do have a wish list. I'm happy to drop that in the community. If you guys would like to send your girl something,
drop it.
Okay, yes. What did it say? Beautifully T. True thinks she got voted off for being older. Wrong. Right. But thank you to Marcus for the super chat. I appreciate you, boo. So yeah, y'all. So yeah, just stay tuned. Hit your notification bells. We got a lot coming. And matter of fact, when we get off here, we gotta talk some business backstage. But yeah, so we have more things coming for you. At some point, Detroit's gonna come back, and hopefully, Really B will want to finish it out. I feel like it's gonna be like pulling teeth to get Really B to come back, but we're gonna try to at least.
We did it because of you, Really B.
Really B, right?
So you gotta.
Hopefully, we can close out.
Wait, what?
We did
it because of me.
We did Detroit because of you.
We decided to do it again because we said we would do it together. That was the only reason we decided to do it.
We were done. We was done with.
We were done last season.
So we'll all see you back for Detroit.
Thank you, Rabin. Who is my birthday? You know what? I don't know who actually shares like my same date. Believe it or not, I don't know who shares the same date. I gotta look that up. But I mean, there's many beautiful Pisces. Cashapp, Rihanna.
Krishan,
Janae, Ioko. I knew she was gonna yell out Krishan. I'm just saying.
Not
Krishan doesn't count. She does not count.
She's a Pisces.
I'm so glad. Listen, don't say her name too many times, y'all. She's been quiet now.
Oh, okay. Method Man is a Pisces. Okay. I always knew I liked it. And you know who else?
Men are different.
And you know who else I found out was a Pisces? Don Lemon is a Pisces too. So shout out to him. I think his birthday was yesterday.
His birthday is today. Today is his birthday.
Oh, is it today? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of Pisces. We be out here, doing the thing and the thing. We might be a little crazy, but a little delusional, but
just a little.
One of my really good girlfriend's birthday is a Pisces. We celebrated her birthday yesterday.
Oh, well, happy belated birthday, R and Diva. Happy belated. Yes.
Happy belated birthday. That's right. Her birthday was earlier this week. Yep, it sure was.
Yes.
It sure was.
Okay. Erica Badu. Yes. She's a Pisces. Yes.
Oh,
I forgot
yeah.
it was somebody else I saw that I didn't know that is coming up too. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I didn't, we're just really wonderful, creative, people. This might be a little nuts, but that's all. But yeah, y'all. So we appreciate y'all. Let us. Who is okay, DeMarcus? Who is Kofi? I don't know this person. Cerebo. I don't know.
He from Queen Sugar. He played on Queen Sugar.
Oh,
yes.
I know who you're talking about.
Okay, look, I'm gonna have to go through his name.
The guy that lived on I wanted to say the farm, but it wasn't a farm. I don't know what the hell. I know he's talking about the one at the farm.
Yeah, he's the one that lives on the farm. Mm-hmm.
But all right, y'all. Yeah, so we love y'all. Thank you. We will catch y'all next week. We'll catch you next week. I'll make sure I'm sober enough to get up here and talk to y'all next Sunday about episode 5. And look, and I'm sure if I'm late or I don't make it, Billy B and Nels will be snitching and let y'all know why I didn't make it. So anyway, if they can make it, okay, because they're going to be in attendance as well. So please understand, we might be all down for the count next day, okay? But we will try our best to make it back up here.
I was thinking about that next Sunday. I was like, oh my gosh.
Right. So so we'll let y'all know. It might be a lot later on in the afternoon come next Sunday. But we will see y'all next week. And throughout the week, thank y'all so much for your support. Make sure you like,
comment,
subscribe,
and hit the notification.
Yes, and subscribe to both channels, y'all. And we will catch you next week for Ready to Love, y'all. Bye-bye. Have a great week.